Obviously, with all this work and all the shadow work you've done with me by this point, we're at this point where we have discovered a large portion of our shadow. And we're starting to understand that everybody has this shadow, and we're understanding how the shadow works within us to even promote us to our highest good. So there is one more step, and that is accepting the shadow and honoring the shadow. It's important to do this because the shadow is not inherently evil. It is just trying to teach you the lessons of those times. It's trying to show you the reality of this world, the depth of this world. And it is the shadow that's responsible for our highest good as well, the things that we strive to be through pain, through suffering. So it is good for us to honor this and to accept that it is part of us and that its place in us is valued. It is not like we're not living in a world where there's only good or bad. We're living in a world with both. And the shadow self teaches us that. It teaches us about the bad as well as the good. So it deserves that recognition and that acceptance. This meditation will help you to accept this part of yourself and not to try to run away from it anymore. A lot of people try to run away from their shadow self, and it doesn't work. And this is how a lot of society controls us as well, through those minor kind of trauma and character flaws and these stressors, like society will put a lot of low frequency kind of energy out through the media. And since we haven't dealt with our shadow selves, we'll see that as the narrative that is guiding our lives sometimes. And if we knew our shadow selves well enough, we'd know that those things aren't really true to us. Those are exterior things that are kind of bringing up these more interior things that come from somewhere else. So it'd make us less easy to be controlled if we knew what our shadow self was as well. So the shadow self is, we need to accept it, we need to understand it, and in this meditation we'll really be focusing on accepting it. So you can take your sage or whatever. You don't necessarily need sage. I just enjoy it. I'm just looking for my lighter. Sorry. There it is. And lighting it up. This is just to cleanse the air and just for the nice smell. Very much enjoy the smell of sage. And what you're going to do, so you're going to take a few deep breaths. Just getting relaxed. Focus inwards. Focus on all the lessons the shadow has taught you. These could be positive lessons, negative lessons. Every in-breath, focus on bringing in that need to go deeper. Say thank you, shadow, for teaching me about the ways of the dark. I honor you and learn your lessons. Say this and feel this as many times as you need. I thank you, Shadow, for teaching me the ways of the dark. I honor you and have learned your lessons. Thank you, Shadow, for teaching me the ways of the dark. I honor you and respect your lessons. I accept you, Shadow. Thank you for teaching me the ways of the dark. I honor and respect your lessons. Thank you, Shadow, for teaching me the ways of the dark. I honor and respect your lessons. Thank you, Shadow, for teaching me the ways of the dark. I honor and respect your lessons. Think about the different lessons that the Shadow has taught you. About people, about yourself, about the way this world is. Think about what it's taught you about your higher good as well. Know that it is necessary. Know that it is necessary for your own growth to have the Shadow. Thank you, Shadow, for teaching me the ways of the dark. I honor and respect your lessons. Think about all the things that have happened to you and say, I accept my life. I respect my story. I honor myself and who I am. I accept my shadow. I respect my life. And I honor my story. I accept my shadow. I honor my life. And I honor my life story. I accept my shadow. I respect my life. And I honor my story. I accept my shadow. I respect my life. And I honor my story. Know that you are all that you have ever been. You hold this within you at every moment. It is you. But it is also what you have never been, and also what it inspires you to be, that you are as well. I accept my path forward in light and love. The shadow does not bind me. I respect my path forward in life and love. The shadow does not bind me. I respect my path forward towards life and love. The shadow does not bind me. I accept my path forward in life, in love. The shadow does not bind me. Know that your pain is past, that it is in your past, and that it doesn't control you. You are anew, and you can choose the path that you want to do going forward. Choose the path that the higher self has called you to, the path that the shadow has showed you through its grim truths. Pick this path. Envision your life in a path where you are accepting your highest truths and going towards your highest values. Envision this in your mind. I know my highest potential. I am what I say I am. I know my highest potential. I am what I say I am. I know my highest potential. I am what I say I am. I know my highest potential. I am what I say I am. Let this vision fill up your mind. Focus on your in-breath, bringing power into your being. I am what I say I am. I say I am. When you feel like you've come to a point where this energy is very strong within you of your highest potential, you know you are done your ritual. See, the phases of this ritual: acceptance, understanding, and then growing and striving. This is what life is all about, is healing and growing, developing, and becoming what we truly are. And with this path of shadow work, your path will become so much clearer. You'll see that your dark and your light are the same, just to a degree. That the same things that make you bad are the things that can make you good, and vice versa. This is a path for those who want to destroy the negativity in their life, to better control their lives, to accept more fully who they are and who others are. Because accepting your path, your individual life story, your experience, is necessary. It's hard, but it's necessary. Because it's not going away. It will always be here. You will always be who you are. That's not going away. And others will always be who they are as well. So we have to understand their shadows too. And we can do this by understanding our own. And and understanding that it is something that everybody has within them. It can make it a lot easier when you're working with people, being with people, if you understand that they have a shadow. Because then you can separate their higher selves from their lower selves as well. You can understand the things that they do because of patterns, negative patterns in their life, and the things that they do because of the higher selves that they can be as well. And the more in touch you are with yours, the more you'll be able to see that in them. Because you'll have gone through the process. You'll have understood yourself in a way that most people don't get to understand themselves. Most people will never explore why they think the way they do, why they do the way they do, why everything happens the way it happens. You are part of a unique group of people who are actually trying to develop this part of themselves more fully, to more fully grow, to more fully experience the depth and the reaches of life, the duality of life. It's a worthwhile pursuit, and it's definitely something that most people should do, because if people understood each other better, I think we'd live in a better world. But yeah, so take your time doing this ritual. Do it at a different speed depending on what you're comfortable with. I'll leave some music in some other area of this course, which will be labeled meditation music and stuff like that, where you can do this at your own speed. You can make up your own words, your own feelings. Just do it intuitively as well, because I'm doing it intuitively. The only reason that I'm giving you these words is so you have something to go off of on. I work within these meditations, within these things all the time, so I know the processes involved with change. But you can use your own words, your own feelings that you feel like need to come out in a ritual of accepting your shadow self. And it really can be done according to how you feel it needs to be done. These are just building blocks for you, just building blocks, that's all. And experiencing it with you to show you the process, to show you the experience of it. That's the only reason that I'm doing it this way. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll continue in the next section.